Hey everyone, if you're receiving Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or VA benefits, I've got some important updates that you cannot afford to miss. We're talking about new payment schedules, potential increases in 2026, and some critical changes that could put hundreds of dollars more in your pocket each month. Millions of Americans rely on these payments, and the changes coming next year could affect everyone from retirees and disabled individuals to surviving spouses and veterans. Before we dive into the details, make sure you're ready to take notes, because missing even a small detail here could cost you money you've earned and deserve. First, let's talk about the payments you're expecting in February 2026. Social Security doesn't pay everyone on the same day. Payment dates are based on your birthday, and there are 3 main windows each month. If you were born between the 1st and 10th of any month, your payment will come on the second Wednesday of February, which is February 11th, 2026. Those born between the 11th and 20th will receive their payment on the third Wednesday, February 18th, 2026. And if your birthday falls between the 21st and 31st, your payment is scheduled for the fourth Wednesday, February 25th, 2026. Write these dates down, set reminders, and make sure your bank account information is correct so you don't run into any delays. One of the most common questions I get is, what if my payment doesn't arrive on time? Here's the recommended approach. First, check with your bank or credit union to ensure there are no issues with your account. If everything is fine on their end, wait 3 business days after the scheduled date, then contact the Social Security Administration if your payment still hasn't posted. Doing this in the right order avoids unnecessary frustration and ensures you get your money as quickly as possible. Now let's get into the actual numbers. For most recipients, the maximum Social Security payment in 2026 will be $5,807 per month. However, if you filed for Social Security at full retirement age or delayed claiming until 70, you could see payments as high as $5,251 per month. While that's not the norm, it's important to know what you could be entitled to if you planned your retirement strategically. For the majority of Americans, average monthly payments will be around $2,000. Those receiving SSI, SSDI, or survivor benefits will see amounts vary, but everyone should expect increases due to the cost of living adjustment, or COLA, that went into effect this year. Now, the big news, there are 3 major changes happening to Social Security in 2026 that could meaningfully impact your monthly benefits. The first change involves the way COLA is calculated. In 2026, the standard COLA increase is 2.8%. That translates to an average increase of about $56 per month for most recipients. While that may seem small, it's an essential step to help keep benefits in line with rising costs. However, there's a new push among lawmakers to switch from the current CPI-W method, which tracks the spending habits of the general workforce, to a CPI-E method, which specifically looks at the spending of older Americans. This matters because seniors spend more on health care, prescriptions, utilities, and housing than younger workers. Analysts estimate that if this change is adopted, monthly payments could increase by an additional $300 to $500 for tens of millions of recipients. That's a huge difference, especially for retirees and disabled individuals who rely on every dollar. If you want to see this change happen, your voice matters. Comment on videos, contact your representatives, and make your support for CPIE known. Without action, nothing will change, and millions of Americans could miss out on additional benefits they've earned. The second significant change involves the Social Security earnings test. If you haven't reached full retirement age and you continue to work, your benefits may be reduced if you earn above a specific limit. In 2026, the earnings limit is set at $24,280. For every $2 earned above this threshold, $1 is withheld from your Social Security benefits. While this is an improvement from previous years, it's still a restriction that affects working seniors. It's essential to plan your work and retirement income carefully to avoid unexpected reductions in your benefits. The third major change involves the payment schedule itself. Social Security payments are distributed based on birth date, but timing can get complicated during months with weekends or federal holidays. In February 2026, as we mentioned, payments will go out on February 11th, 18th, and 25th, depending on your birthday. Keeping track of these dates is critical, especially if you rely on this money for monthly expenses. Planning ahead ensures that bills are paid on time and that you avoid financial stress. These updates impact approximately 74 million Americans. That includes retired workers and their families, SSDI and SSI recipients, surviving spouses and children, veterans receiving VA benefits tied to Social Security, and railroad retirement beneficiaries. If you fall into any of these categories, understanding these changes can help you maximize your benefits and avoid potential problems with delayed or reduced payments. Now let's address some practical tips for maximizing your 2026 benefits. First, make sure your direct deposit information is up to date. Direct deposit is faster, safer, and ensures you get your money on time without worrying about mailed checks. Second, monitor your Social Security statement to verify that your earnings history is accurate. Errors in reported earnings can lead to lower benefits. Third, if you're planning to continue working, track your income carefully to stay below the earnings test threshold, unless you're at full retirement age, in which case there is no limit. It's also essential to consider other government assistance programs you may qualify for, including SNAP, Medicaid, LIHEAP for heating and cooling, and prescription assistance programs. These programs can supplement your Social Security income and help stretch every dollar further. Let's talk about taxes for a moment. Social Security benefits may be taxable depending on your total income. If you have other sources of income, including pensions, retirement accounts, or earnings from work, a portion of your Social Security may be subject to federal income tax. Planning ahead with a tax professional can help you minimize these taxes and keep more money in your pocket. Another critical point is understanding the relationship between Medicare premiums and Social Security. In 2026, Medicare Part B premiums are expected to rise, which can offset part of your COLA increase. While the premiums are necessary for healthcare coverage, being aware of the adjustments helps you plan your monthly budget. If you haven't signed up for Medicare yet, consider your options carefully to avoid penalties or gaps in coverage. Now let's address the COLA change in more detail. Switching to CPIE could dramatically improve benefits because it better reflects the real expenses of seniors. Imagine an extra $300 to $500 each month just from recalculating COLA. That's money that could cover groceries, utilities, rent, or prescription costs. Advocating for this change is essential because Congress and the administration respond to public pressure, especially when it comes to protecting seniors and disabled Americans. If you support the change, leave a comment or reach out to your lawmakers. Small actions can have a big impact when millions of people speak up. Next, it's crucial to understand that Social Security rules differ depending on your situation. Retirees, disabled individuals, surviving spouses, veterans, and railroad retirees each have unique requirements. If you fall into multiple categories, such as a retiree receiving a survivor benefit, you must be aware of how your total benefits are calculated. This ensures you receive the maximum allowable payment without any unnecessary reductions. Another important factor is keeping your records up to date. Make sure the Social Security Administration has your current address, banking information, and contact details. Mistakes in records can delay payments or create unnecessary confusion. Updating your information regularly is a simple step that prevents headaches down the line. If you are on SSI or SSDI, remember that these programs also adjust payments based on income and living situation. For example, if your income changes significantly, your benefits may be recalculated. Keep accurate records and report changes promptly to avoid overpayments or penalties. It's also worth noting that if you have a surviving spouse benefit, the timing of your Social Security claim can impact the amount you receive. Planning carefully can maximize your total household income. Coordinating with retirement benefits, pensions, and VA benefits ensures that you're not leaving money on the table. For veterans receiving VA benefits tied to Social Security, the upcoming changes may also affect your total monthly income. Understanding the interaction between SSA payments and VA benefits is critical to budgeting accurately and avoiding surprises. Now let's talk about the action steps you can take immediately. First, mark your payment date on your calendar and set reminders on your phone. Second, verify that your direct deposit account is correct and functional. Third, monitor your earnings if you're still working to avoid triggering the earnings test. Fourth, comment on videos and contact lawmakers if you support the CPIE adjustment to COLA. Fifth, check eligibility for additional programs such as SNAP, Medicaid, LIHEAP, and prescription assistance to supplement your income. It's essential to plan proactively because waiting until the last minute may result in missed opportunities or delayed payments. Understanding these changes also empowers you to make informed decisions about work, retirement, and overall financial planning. For example, if you're approaching full retirement age, you may decide to delay claiming Social Security to maximize your benefits. Similarly, understanding the COLA adjustments helps you anticipate your monthly budget for groceries, utilities, and healthcare. In summary, 2026 brings critical updates to Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and VA benefits. Payment dates are set according to birthdays, COLA increases are in effect, and potential changes like CPIE could dramatically increase monthly payments. Earnings limits have been raised, and the payment schedule is more predictable than ever. By staying informed, verifying your records, and advocating for changes, you can ensure you receive the maximum benefits available to you. These updates affect tens of millions of Americans, including retirees, disabled individuals, surviving spouses, and veterans. Understanding payment amounts, timing, and upcoming policy changes is essential for financial stability. Knowledge is power, and taking these steps today can protect your income tomorrow. Check your payment dates, monitor earnings, and stay in touch with Social Security and your bank to prevent any issues. Keep records accurate and up to date, and don't forget to explore supplemental programs that could boost your monthly income. Advocate for COLA reform by supporting CPIE and make sure your voice is heard. This is your money, earned through decades of work, contributions, and service. Understanding exactly what you're entitled to ensures that you don't miss out on any part of it. If you have questions about your specific situation, leave them in the comments. Being informed gives you control and peace of mind. By following these steps and staying proactive, you can navigate 2026 with confidence, knowing that you're maximizing your Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and VA benefits. Keep checking updates from reliable sources, mark important dates, and prepare for the changes that could significantly impact your monthly income. Your benefits matter, and understanding these updates is the first step to making the most of them. Every dollar counts, and planning carefully ensures you don't leave money behind. Make sure your banking information, records, and income reporting are all accurate, and advocate for policy changes that could boost your payments. Staying informed is the key to maximizing your benefits in 2026 and beyond. Remember, these updates are happening now, and being proactive is essential. Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and VA recipients have earned this money, and knowing exactly what to expect, when to expect it, and what changes are coming can make a real difference in your life. Mark your calendars, set reminders, and take action today. This is how millions of Americans can navigate the new system, protect their benefits, and maximize their income in 2026. Your payments are guaranteed only if you stay informed, plan ahead, and make the right choices. Don't leave it to chance. Check your direct deposit, track your earnings, explore supplemental programs, and advocate for CPIE. With preparation, you can take full advantage of the upcoming Social Security changes and ensure that your benefits are as strong as possible. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and make 2026 a year where you maximize the benefits you've earned through a lifetime of work, contribution, and service.